In this video, productivity expert and content creator Ali Abdaal shares his distilled wisdom on time management and productivity. Drawing from over a decade of experimenting with and implementing strategies from countless books, tools, and personal experiences, Ali reveals the top 10 principles that he still relies on to efficiently manage his time and enhance his productivity. 1. We own all of our time. The first principle Ali emphasizes is the empowering realization that we own all of our time. Many of us fall into the trap of believing we don't have time for certain things.
I used to think I don't have time to do stuff. My time is entirely within my control. Like right now, I'm filming this video because I want to be. Earlier today, I spent 6 hours playing World of Warcraft because that's what I wanted to do. I could not have said I don't have the time to work out today. Instead, it was a case of I'm actively choosing not to make the time to work out today. And so when it comes to time management, like step one is always to recognize that we are always in control of our own time. Yes, you might have a boss. Yes, you might have parents telling you what to do, but fundamentally, you are in control of your own time.
2. Hell yeah or no. Ali introduces a mindset shift from Derek Sivers' book, Hell Yeah or No, What's Worth Doing. Early in our lives, saying yes to many opportunities is beneficial, but as we grow and face more demands, we must adopt the principle that if something isn't an enthusiastic hell yeah, it should be a no.
Hell yeah or no, what's worth doing? Now, the vibe here, hell yeah or no, it kind of says it all in the title. That when we're young and we don't have very many opportunities in our lives, we should probably say yes to the majority of things that are coming our way. But as soon as we get to a point where we're starting to get more inbound leads, then we have time available, we start operating with a hell yeah or no maxim. And the idea there is something is either a hell yes or it's a no. And so if I get an email from someone saying, hey, do you want to do this thing? And I'm thinking, maybe it sounds kind of all right, then my default position is going to be no. If I get an email from someone saying, hey, do you want to do this thing? And I'm like, hell yeah, then I'm going to do the thing.
3. The Daily Highlight, inspired by Jake Knapp and John Zaratsky's book, Make Time. Ali shares the power of identifying a daily highlight. By selecting one key task to focus on each day, he ensures steady progress on meaningful goals. Without this focus, the overwhelming nature of endless to-do lists can hinder productivity.
And this tip is called the Daily Highlight. This is like deviously simple. Basically, the idea is that every day we decide this one thing is going to be my highlight of the day. This is the only thing I need to get done today. And on the days where I set a daily highlight, and I try and do this every day, I always get the thing done, and I'm always really happy at the end of the day. But if I have a day where I don't set my daily highlight, then I kind of drown in my to-do list, and I have this just image in my head of like, oh yeah, I need to do this and this and this and that. And it's a lot harder to get stuff done.
4. Use a to-do list. Ali champions the importance of using a to-do list, not just for capturing ideas, but for organizing daily tasks. While apps like Roam serve as digital repositories for ideas, Ali finds value in using a physical to-do list for daily priorities.
These days, I use a physical to-do list with this analog by Ugmonk. It's very nice. It's like you get these like note cards, and then you get this like wooden thing, and you like put the note card in the thing, and it looks like this. And that means like every morning, once I figured out what my daily highlight is, I make a list of the other stuff that I have to do that day, and I shove it on a list, and then I tick them off and cross them off with physical pen as I go throughout my day. It doesn't really matter what system you use for a to-do list, but again, there's a general principle of productivity, which is that our brain is for having ideas, not for holding them.
5. Time blocking. Time blocking, a practice famously used by Elon Musk, is another cornerstone of Ali's time management. By scheduling his daily highlight and other tasks into specific calendar slots, he ensures critical work gets done.
Apparently, this is something that Elon Musk does all the time. And basically the idea there is anytime we need to do something, we put a block for it in our calendar. Try my best to schedule it into my calendar at the time where I know I'm going to film the video. If my daily highlight is call my grandma, I will literally schedule it into my calendar. If my daily highlight is make changes to my website, I will schedule it for a block in my calendar.
6. Parkinson's Law. Ali highlights Parkinson's Law, which states that work expands to fill the time available for its completion. By imposing artificial deadlines, he prevents tasks from consuming unnecessary time.
that work expands to fill the time that we allocate to it. So if I have to film a YouTube video in a day and I give myself the whole day to film that YouTube video, inevitably it's going to take all day to film the YouTube video. Whereas if I only give myself half an hour or an hour to film the YouTube video and I fill my day up with other things, then inevitably I get the video done in that small amount of time. And so the actionable advice here is to leverage artificial deadlines.
7. Protected time. Recognizing the importance of uninterrupted focus, Ali practices protected time. He reserves his mornings for personal work, free from meetings or calls. This routine allows him to dedicate time to meaningful projects like writing or planning.
When you're an entrepreneur and you're like working for yourself and all that kind of stuff, you end up basically being able to set whatever schedule you want. But like if you're like me and you like making connections and making friends with people all around the internet, you get to a point where your day is filled with lots and lots of Zoom calls. And I realized that for me, I need to keep my mornings completely free of any obligations or any Zoom calls. And this has been an absolute game changer.
8. Delegation. Ali underscores the value of delegation, a practice often misconceived as exclusive to the wealthy. By calculating the dollar value of his time, he justifies outsourcing tasks that cost less than his hourly worth.
Delegate. People imagine that, oh, well, I can't afford to delegate something. I don't have enough money to delegate to hire someone. And sure, that's probably true, but the way that I think of it, even when this YouTube channel wasn't successful, was that like, what is actually the dollar value of my time? How much is my time actually worth? And when it came to running my business, I decided that, okay, my time is worth £20 an hour or $25 an hour. And that means that anything I'm doing that I don't enjoy, that I can outsource to someone, that I can delegate for less than $25 an hour, I absolutely should do that. And that principle of delegation has encouraged me to get a cleaner, which has been great because now we have someone who comes in to clean the house every other week, which means I don't have to do it myself.
9. Automated scheduling. Scheduling inefficiencies are minimized through tools like Calendly. Ali praises this app for eliminating the back and forth of coordinating meetings, streamlining communication with friends and colleagues alike.
Now that we're in the world of like Zoom calls and like chatting to people over the internet basically every day, I found I was wasting a lot of time in scheduling back and forth where I'd be like, hey, I want to talk to you, but like, are you free this time Pacific time, this time Eastern time, this time British Standard time, all this kind of stuff. And we'd go back and forth with emails for like a solid 10 days before anything would get done. But then I discovered an app called Calendly, and Calendly is great. It's free for like the free version. I pay for the pro version these days. Not sponsoring this video or anything like that. Unfortunately, Calendly, if you're watching this, let me know. But the idea behind Calendly is you can literally send someone a link and it has like all of your availability and they can just book a slot in your calendar.
10. The choice to be satisfied. Finally, Ali reflects on the importance of choosing satisfaction. Productivity enthusiasts often feel dissatisfied at day's end, focusing on what they didn't accomplish. Ali has learned to appreciate what he did achieve.
When you're like a productivity nerd and you're interested in like efficiency and getting more done, it's very easy for us to get to the end of the day and to just feel chronically dissatisfied with what we've accomplished. Like at the end of the day, it's like, oh, well, I filmed one video today, but I could have filmed 5 videos. What's wrong with me? I'm such a waste man, and kind of internally beating ourselves up about this. But one thing I've started to kind of tell myself recently is that I can choose to be satisfied at the end of the day. At the end of this day, I'll have filmed this video. I was planning to film 3 more videos, but I didn't get around to doing those. That's fine. I filmed one. I can choose to be satisfied with what I've done, and that's all good.
For those looking to take their productivity to the next level, Ali's insights offer a clear and actionable roadmap.